Neurodivergent girlies can't be dating people because they're in love with them at first sight. Because when you're acting out of love at first sight as a neurodivergent, you're most likely just acting out of dopamine or hyperfixation, which means that you're going to be hyperfixating on this person, which is not love. It's just a reflection of the fact that you have nothing else to hyperfixate on. And it can be super dangerous for a neurodivergent girly to just fall head over heels in love with someone. Because a lot of the times they'll actually mistake their own greatness for another person's greatness. Like, you're the one who's amazing, you're the one who's cool, you're the one who gets your dopamine levels up like this, not them. And if you've entered into a whole relationship with this person before you've gotten to a point where you can gauge them from a different perspective, you will end up setting yourself up for a lot of emotional turmoil, which is what a lot of neurodivergent girlies do. They date people that are toxic for them because they give them a dopamine rush or they give them a cortisol rush, which can actually come off as if it's a good dopamine rush. That's why as a neurodivergent girly, you have to be much more aware of whether you're dating people because they give you a rush or whether you're dating them based on their character, because a lot of neurodivergents will actually confuse their character, think that it's their character they're dating them for, but it's just a dopamine rush. And most likely it's actually a cortisol rush. But in reality, if they sat down and they took some distance from this thing that they're rushing into, they would realize that this is actually a little off. They would have to focus all of their hyperfixation, their dopamine on something else, which would make them able to attract someone who's much more stable because they're not reactive when it comes to dating. They're just acting based on what they want. They don't think that they're going to get more dopamine from being around that person. They know that their dopamine is already regulated.